Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. We're outside today. We're in the garden in the woods. I'm in the woods now, but we're going to be in the garden. And this is going to be part 2 of the big bed rebuild. And that's what's going on at Noah's house. Okay guys, so in part 2 of the big bed rebuild, we're going to see what we're going to put in. And what we're going to put in are Vego 9-in-1 metal raised beds. They're 17 inches tall, 6.5 feet long, 3.5 feet wide. Maybe they're 6 foot long and 3.5 foot wide. I think that sounds about right. And I have 3 of them I'm putting in. We're going to do, I took out, as you see in the previous video, the wooden bed. It's coming out, just about out. I'm going to put these, I'm going to bump them together. I'm going to gain, actually I think they're 6.5 feet long. When I was doing the math, I'm going to lose a 1/2 foot width-wise because the wooden beds that were in there, that one was the big one. It was 4 foot wide. These are going to be 3.5 foot wide, but they're 6.5 feet long. So I'm going to gain an extra 1.5 foot because the old bed was 18 foot long. So this is going to be like 19.5 feet. So I'm going to gain a little on the top and the bottom, so to speak, and I'm going to lose a little width-wise. But that's fine. These are metal beds. Hopefully this takes care of the slug snail problem. And they look really, really cool. Couple things. I bought these online from Vego. They are a company out of Texas. I bought these in November for the Black Friday sale. And they were deeply discounted. And I've been looking at buying some metal raised beds for a couple years now. Ever since I really got into the YouTube gardening community, Mark from Self-Sufficient Me with his raised bed garden, it's inspirational. So, I was going to get another companies from Australia, Birdies. Everybody's heard of Birdies. You can buy them in the United States now through epicgardening. Kevin at epicgardening, he's their distributor. Oh, tough word. It's kind of cold out today. My mouth's getting a little froze up. But anyway, there it is again. So kids, if you had anyways, take a drink. But I went with Vego because I'll be 100% honest. It was a price thing. A couple years I've been looking. At first I thought Birdies was the only option, and it turns out there's a couple other companies. There are some foreign-made ones that come from China that I just didn't. They were square. I like the round beds. It makes sense with the pressure pushing out, from the dirt. Shipping is a huge thing, and I know you can get the ones they're going to ship from California basically now, because that's where epicgardening's at in San Diego. But it's still, the shipping was, the shipping is a couple bucks, put it that way. The Vego Gardens, I found them through Instagram, I do believe. They popped up in my feed. Instagram's listening, kids. But I compared. Their dimensions are slightly different than other companies, but each company has their own thing, a little taller, a little shorter, a little wider. But it's the same modular style system. It's corrugated metal. It's coated, Al-Use zinc coating, and they come in sections. You screw them together. If the camera's shaking a little, it's not me. It's pretty windy out today. I tried to pick a spot that was going to be not so windy. I'm not sure if that worked. Anyways, back to the beds. I got these on Black Friday. I think I got them, I'd have to look. I'm going to say like a 40% discount. And I bought 3 of them. They all shipped free. One thing I screwed up. It's totally on me. I wanted the British green. Got the beds delivered to my house, and I looked on the box. I checked my order. I screwed up. I didn't change the color at checkout, and I got pearl white. But after putting these together, they look kind of nice. And I did call, and I could have shipped them back, and there was a whole hassle. And then we're wasting more gas, more delivery trucks. It wasn't worth it. It was my screw up, but they look good. I like them. I'm going to start this video off. It's going to be me putting one of them together, and I'm going to speed it up, and you can see the whole process of how I did it. It comes with a little wrench. I did get my screw gun. Remember, if you get your screw gun, clutch it. I clutch it up pretty good, so because you don't want to burn these, you don't want to strip them out, burn them out, whatever you want to call it. But the quality to me, after comparing Vego with other beds, I'm going to say it's the same. It's the same thickness as a 1032 or however they do metal. It's basically the same coating. It's the same design. Like I said, it's modular. The 9-in-1, you can do 9 different versions with, I went for the widest and longest that made sense for me. And I wanted to replace that one long bed, and these 3 went in. It's pretty cool. One thing that's real annoying, I did video it, and I only videoed from here down, so it looks stupid. But each one of the panels come with a heat sealed plastic coating for shipping purposes. I get that. It would be better if they just put them all together and maybe put one thing around all of them. Each one of them, both sides, and it's hard. It took me longer to get the plastic stuff off than it did for me to put them together, I swear. It says 20 minutes. No, it's going to take you a half an hour at least to take the plastic stuff off. And it took me, I do believe it was about 30 minutes to put them together. But not so bad. It was the day that I actually did it. I'm screwed up the intro, so this is a couple days later. It was a beautiful day. It was warm out. I did it up in the garden, and it wasn't bad at all. So it's not just building them, it's getting them where I want them, getting them straight from the house, because my last bed was crooked because I built it a long time ago and I bought it. But this, I really wanted them in straight. Getting them straight from the house, perpendicular, and also getting them level, because you don't want to have them in like this, you want to have relatively level. Nothing's going to be perfect. But I think they're a great product, and I want to keep replacing the wooden beds, the smaller wooden beds that I have, with these Vego style beds, because I think they're going to last a lot longer. My beds are just, as you've seen in the previous video, they're rotting out, and it's just going to keep getting worse and worse. But I'm excited. I think this is going to be a great part 2 of the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. One other thing, I'm going to tag Vego on this. I'm going to put Mark from Self-Sufficient Me, Eric from Epicgardening, or Kevin. Why did I say Eric? Epic Eric, maybe that's why. But Kevin from epicgardening. Did I say Eric before? I don't know. I hope I didn't. But I'm going to put his information, because if you do want the birdies, I'll put a link to epicgardening. You can go, and he sells a lot of other products. Mark from Self-Sufficient Me, if you want to see the king of the metal raised bed gardening, watch his channel. And I'm going to put Vego Garden's link down in there. I'll put their internet thing. But I'm going to tag them in this. I tagged them in my Instagram post on @NoahsHouse. Check that out. I'm not sure how you say the name. There's a couple of videos up on YouTube, and the guy's building them, and he's calling them Vego. Well, I'm calling it Vego. It's V-E-G-O. If it had 2 G's, I might say Vego. It has 1 G, so I'm calling it Vego. Because Vego just sounds strange to me. I did put it in Google Translate, which I think I talk about this in another part of this video. And it said Vego. So I'm going with Vego because I like that. But hey, I hope you enjoy this video. Like I said, the next part is going to be, I love speeding things up. It's going to be me putting one of these together. And I'm going to speed it up, take 30 minutes. It'll probably be a minute long, or if that. And this is part 2. I've been having a good time. And when part 3 comes out, we're going to fill it. We're going to have some logs, some sticks, some gooky grass and leaves and all kind of stuff like that. And then we'll have some topsoil, and then we'll have some good compost mixture stuff in there, and hopefully get it in. It's going to get all settled, and I'm thinking this is going to be tomatoes and peppers this year. But I'm ecstatic with these. Oh yeah, the height. I got the 17-inch ones. I just didn't want them super tall ones, like the ones that I built, the homemade ones I built that are kind of like John Steeds at Homesteading Down Under. He was the inspiration for building those ones. And they're tall and they're great, but in this part of the garden, I didn't want them that tall. And these are taller than what I thought. 17 inches, a little taller than what I thought. And I think they're going to be a great height. I'm not going to have to bend over a ton. The other products, I don't believe they go 17 inches. I think they're like 16 inches. But a lot of foreign built stuff, you got to remember it's metric system, so it'll be in centimeters. Do a little math. But hey, I hope you enjoy this video. Stick to it till the end because it really looks cool. And hey, on with the build process. Check it out. Here it is. That's that. All right, part of the big bed refurb. I got them all put together as you saw. Not so bad. Definitely things were a pain, but most things. What I'm doing now, I got them in. I kind of got them figured out, but I have to level them off. In there, so I'm digging out. I have an idea of where they all want to go. We got to get them level, left to right, side to side, like this. But we're getting there. They're not going to be perfect, but they're going to be nice. And then we can get filling these guys. So the leveling's not going too bad, as you can see. It's driving me nuts getting everything equal off the side of the house because, well, it kind of has to be. The original beds were in there once we had some work done on the house. Figured out, wow, they're really crooked. I just eyeballed them when I put them in like 15 years ago. So I got a string. I'll show you this. Whew. So I got a string line in there, and it's all pretty straight, pretty relative. So we're gonna get them dug in and lined up with that string, and hopefully we're level side to side, and everybody's looking good. Yes, you can see that one right there where I haven't leveled it out yet. Little off, but I'm getting there. It's going good. Whew, a lot of fun. Whew, okay. I think I've accomplished my task that I've set out for. I'll spin you around and I'll show you how it's going. So this is it. And they're all looking, they're pretty level left to right. That one's a little indifferent. It was a weird corner. I had to use some bigger rocks. But all in all, this is what we're coming up with the new bed rebuild. And these are Vego Garden beds. They are not birdies. And I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, because I did see a video online of a guy building some down in Texas, I think, and he was calling it Vego. But it has one G, and I put it into Google Translate and it said Vego, so I'm going with Vego and not Vego. But these are the 9-in-1, 17-inch tall, and we're gonna get some cardboard and we're gonna get some sticks and we're gonna get filling these guys. I'm real excited about this. I think it's gonna be a good thing this year. I'm thinking in these beds, we're gonna do some tomatoes.